Welcome back. At the suggestion of one of you in one of my recent comments, I'm playing some of the new bots on chess.com. I'm not playing them all in the same video like I intended because my first game took too long. But I did say in that first video that if chess.com crashed while I was doing this, then I would consider myself to have beaten all the bots because the site just crashed. It couldn't handle me playing them. It was kind of a joke, but during the analysis of against the second bot, the game against the second bot, chess.com started glitching and having all kinds of problems. So the rest of this, who knows what's going to happen. If the site can't maintain the servers long enough for me to play 5 new bots, maybe they shouldn't have put 5 new bots on there. That's just my non-tech opinion. But I have pulled up the third bot, which is PAL9000. That's, I think, an obvious reference to a famous movie computer. So I'm going to choose that one, which is rated 1200. The highest one I've played so far. I sometimes have problems with bots rated this high. So let's see what happens. I got the white pieces for the third time in a row, despite, as you saw, choosing random colors. Gonna open with D4. See if we can get something. Okay, we're getting the Slav defense. All right. I think we're gonna go into the semi-Slav here in a second. That's what it looks like, but I don't know. Let's just go ahead and castle over here. Whoop, it took that pawn. I think when I'm playing this fianchetto and castling, I can let that pawn go for a little while, I think. I'm not sure what to do next. That's why I'm glitching. Okay, I don't know what to do. But I do know that the bots tend to blunder occasionally, giving me stuff. Okay, it came after my undefended pawn here and got out of the pin at the same time. So I think that was a pretty good move. And I really don't know what to do about it. What if I put my queen here, which if I put my queen on c2, it defends this pawn and attacks that one. That seems okay, right? What are they going to do about that? Oh, they moved the rook over. Well, I probably shouldn't take this pawn just yet because that leaves this one undefended. I can play e4 though, should I? Or get this knight out. Should I get the knight out here, aiming at that pawn, which will then aim at the queen? Let's do that. They can't protect the pawn with the b pawn because they put their queen in the way. So, they could do that though. I could still threaten the queen, and then the knight would be temporarily undefended, but I could defend it on the next turn and save that pawn at the same time. As we've noticed in the previous 2 videos, I'm not entirely an expert at chess, so let's defend the knight and get the pawn out of danger. Oh, and now we get the knight out of danger. Where would that be? Oops. Oh, it can go here though, right? Probably. I mean, that's not a great spot, I guess, but that's not a good spot. That's okay, because I do have 2 defenders on e5. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then if they take, I'll take back with this knight. They didn't. Okay. That pawn's undefended, and it's a fork of their 2 major pieces. So I don't think they would take my bishop at that point, right? Right, nothing's defending c6. What would they do if I played there? Move their queen, I assume, and then I could move my bishop. Oh, but then my knight would be undefended. Oh, no, but then I would take the rook. Okay. Where are they going to put their queen? Right there, probably. No, they took my bishop. Okay. Well, this is the point at which PAL9000 has glitched. Pretty sure, because I'm going to get the queen. They're going to put a bishop in there, I think. So I will have lost a knight and a bishop for the queen, which I think is pretty good. Okay, well, good job. Good job, dark squared bishop. This pawn is also hanging. I think I should take it, but I'm only up 4 points of material because, again, I gave up 6 points of material for the queen and then got a pawn. All right, the rookie-doo has come out to play. I could defend the knight with the pawn, or I could just bring the knight back. I think that's probably safest, just to bring it back. I mean, that's what I'm going to do, I think. I guess that's coming in here. Should I chase the bishop off? I think if I chase the bishop away, then I can get this pawn. Let's do that. And then this. Oh, and then I just won the bishop, didn't I? I did just win the bishop. Okay. Well, oh, okay, I guess that's not horrible. It defends this pawn. But now the knight has to stay there. Anytime and that pawn has to stay there. Anytime that pawn moves, then the knight is hanging with check. Can I get to this pawn some other way? I don't know, but I can get the knight in here. And then from there, I guess the knight could just go hopping across the board. Let's try that. because I think everything else is doing all right. Okay, that doesn't seem like it's doing a whole lot there. Don't think. I'm going to go ahead with my plan of hopping the knight across the board on a long journey of just self-discovery, aiming for that pawn. And it moved. Okay, the rook has moved. Now that's great. Now I can threaten the rook with this bishop, but the knight would just take it, wouldn't it? What if I threatened the rook there? I have two defenders on there, so I don't think the knight would take that pawn. Would it? I don't know. Let's find out. No, the rook just moved. Okay. I could then force the knight to move. Let's see, can I get anywhere from there? Oh, I could. From there, I can come down here and threaten this pawn. I don't know. Let's try that. Okay. Do I need to defend that pawn? I guess I could with the rook. I could get a rook out. Let's get a rook out. The rooks haven't done anything yet. Okay, there. Oh, I just realized I missed that, didn't I? That's okay. I could have just moved the rook then. But that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Oh, well, now I have a pawn fork. I should be able to win one of those pieces. Okay, well, I'm going to take the rook then, I think. Check. Let's go on with my previous plan of going after this irritating advanced pawn. Oh, wow. Well, I'm up 11 points of material, so let's trade for that knight. And then take this pawn. I'm not sure what that bishop move did, but I can check here. And the king can't go this way or this way, so the king would have to go back, and then I could bring a rook over. Let's do that. Or, yeah, it had to go there. So now I can bring a rook over. And then the king has to go even further. And can I go here and trade off for that rook? Let's get rid of that rook. Okay. Well, I'll take it. And now that the bishop is protecting both of those pawns, I think I can slide in here and check and then pick off a pawn over there. Let me try that. I can get that, can't it? I think that's okay. That's one option. What if I went here, which threatens their bishop and this pawn, and pins the bishop? Oh, it just wanted to move the g-pawn again. I can just take the bishop now. That's check. I think it'll take this pawn because that was its only legal move. All right. Then I'll take this pawn and let's see, make sure I want to make sure my opponent has a legal move here, and it does. So I can check and force that legal move, but then hold on. My phone is making noises, but it's going to do that anyway. So definitely what I don't want to do is play here. Actually, maybe I do. If I play there, that prevents the king from coming. Oh, it does allow the king to go back. So then the only legal moves would be either pawn forward or king back. And if the pawn went forward, I would take it. Or, let's see. What can I do? I can't. That's my only check in this position. And that just forces, I think, the king to go forward. And then I guess I could slide in here so that when it took my pawn, that I could take one of their pawns, maybe, and be set, and that would come with check, and I would have this rook down here. So let me try that. I just want to get this one done as soon as possible. I'm going to come right in here and take this pawn with check and see if it did not move to protect that pawn. So check, and then check. Okay. See, I want to make sure that I leave legal moves here. If I check there, then it can come back. What if I check here and force it that way? And then we can do a more simple ladder mate, like so. Just walk the king down to the end. This way. Now checkmate on the next turn. But that's still more than 50 moves to beat PAL9000. But I did beat it. And I'm going to save the game to my archive, and then I'm going to click game review and see how badly I did. We did not do very badly in this one. This is the best I played out of all of the games, according to the game review. I had 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 0 missed wins, and only 3 inaccuracies. The bot didn't have any blunders either, just 3 mistakes, according to this. And I had 2 great moves. The graph also looks like it steadily just climbed up to me having an advantage. But real quickly take a look at my, I'm not going to look at my inaccuracies, but I am going to look at my great moves, really. B3 was a great move. It says, B3 is a great move. Nice defensive move, supporting a vulnerable knight. There was only one move that worked, and you played it. Okay. A lot of times I don't accept the great moves. A lot of times I think, oh, that was an only move. But this one I thought was pretty good, and I thought of it before I played it. You remember that because when I played the knight over there, I thought the queen could come down and challenge it, but I could defend it and get the pawn out of danger at the same time. So I am pretty happy with playing that one. I am curious as to whether it was the only move, though. Backing up one, it was the only move that maintained a +2. All right, back to the review. Then my next move was an inaccuracy. Move 14 was a great move. Okay, the opponent had just taken here, and oh, that was when they left their queen hanging because they took my bishop. Yeah. Wait, that was just an inaccuracy? What? Back up. Back up one. H captures G5. Gives me +7, but if they had moved their queen to D6, which is what I thought they were going to do, I would have had only +3. And then I was going to take the rook? Yes. Okay. Anyway, back to the review. Those were my two great moves. My mistakes must have come much later. Wait, where are my mistakes? Oh, I didn't have any mistakes. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. I did fairly well against this bot. I'm going to go ahead and play the next one, and I am pretty sure that the next two will beat me because of how high they're rated. I've never beaten bots rated that high, but we'll see you in the next video.